민수기 31장. Numbers chapter 31. The Lord said to Moses, take vengeance on the Midians, for the Israelites. After that you will be gathered to your people. So Moses said to the people, arm some of your men to go to wars against the Midianites and to carry out the Lord's vengeance on them. So send into battles 1,000 men from each of the tribes of Israel. So 12,000 men armed for battles, 1,000 from each tribe were supplied from the clans of Israel. Moses sent them into battles, 1,000 from each tribe, along with the Phinehas, son of Eleazar, the priest who took with him articles from the sanctuary and the trumpet for signaling. They fought against Midian as the Lord commanded Moses, and killed every man among their victims was Evi, Rechem, Zurach, and Reba, the 5 kings of Midian. They also killed Balaam, son of Boer. With the sword, the Israelites captured the Midianite women and the children and took all the Midianites, herd, the flocks, and the goods as plunders. They burned all the towns where the Midianites had settled, as well as all the camps. They took all the plunders and the spoils, including the people and the animals, and brought the captive spoils and the plunders to Moses and Eleazar, priest, and the Israelite assembly at their camp on the plains of Moab, by the Jordan's cross from the Jericho. Moses, Eleazar, the priest, and all the leaders of the community went to meet them outside the camp. Moses was angry with the officers of the army, the commanders of thousands and the commanders of hundreds who returned from the battle. Have you allowed all the women to live? He asked them. So they were the ones who followed Balaam's advice and were the means of turning the Israelites away from the Lord in what happened at Peor, so that a plague struck the Lord's people. Now kill all the boys and killed every woman who has slept with a man. But save for yourselves every girl who has never slept with a man. All of you who have killed anyone or touched anyone was killed must stay outside the camp for 7 days. On the 3rd day and the 7th days, you must purify yourselves and your captives. Purifies every garment, as well as everything's made of leather, gold, hairs of wood. And Eleazar the priest said to the soldiers who had gone into battles, this is the requirement of the law that the Lord gave Moses. Gold, silver, bronze, iron, tin, lead, and anything else that can withstand fires must be put through the fires, and then it will be clean. But it must also be purified with the waters of cleansing, and whatever cannot withstand fire must be put through the water. On the 7th day, wash your clothes and you will be cleansed. Then you may come into the camp. The Lord said to Moses, you and Eleazar the priest and the family heads of the community are to count all the peoples and animals that the words captured. Divide the spoils between the soldiers who took part in the battles and the rest of the community from the soldiers who fought in the battles set apart as a tribute for the Lord, one out of every 5,000, 100, whether it's a person, cattle, donkeys, sheep, or goats, take this tribute from the half share and give it to Eleazar the priest as the Lord's part. From the Israelite half selects one out of every 50, whether persons, cattle, donkeys, sheep, goats, or other animals. Give them to the Levites who are responsible for the care of the Lord's tabernacle. So Moses and Eleazar, the priest, did as the Lord commands Moses. The plunders remaining from the spoils that the soldiers took was 675,000 sheep, 72,000 cattle, 61,000 donkeys, and 32,000 women who had never slept with a man. The half share of those who fought in the battles was 337,500 sheep, of which the tribute for the Lord was 675, 36,000 cattle, of which the tribute for the Lord was 72, 30,500 donkeys, of which the tribute for the Lord was 61, 16,000 people, of which the tribute for the Lord was 32. Moses gave the tribute to Eleazar the priest as the Lord's part, as the Lord commanded Moses. The half belonging to the Israelite which Moses set apart from that of the fighting men, the committee's half was 337,500 sheep, 36,000 cattle, 30,500 donkeys, and 16,000 people. From the Israelite half of Moses selected one out of the every 50 persons and animals, as the Lord commanded him, and gave them to the Israelites, Levite, who was responsible for care of the Lord's tabernacle. Then the officers who were over the units of the army, the commanders of the thousands and the commanders of hundreds, went to the Moses and said to him, your servants have counted the soldiers under our command, and not one in missing. So we have brought as the offerings to the Lord, and the gold articles each of us acquired the animals, bracelets, signets, rings, earrings, and necklaces, to make atonement for ourselves before the Lord. Moses and Eleazar, the priests, accepted from the gold all the craft articles, all the gold from the commanders of thousands and the commanders of hundreds, that Moses and Eleazar presented as a gift to the Lord, whether it was 16,750 shekels. Each soldiers have taken plunders for himself. Moses and Eleazar, the priest, accepted the gold from the commanders of thousands and the commanders of hundreds, and brought it into the tent of meeting as memorials for the Israelites before the Lord.